What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and welcome to the Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi. If you didn't know, in anticipation for Star Wars The Last Jedi, I'm actually reviewing every single Star Wars movie I've already done from Episode 1 to Episode 5. And now here we are at Episode 6. We are 2 months away from Star Wars The Last Jedi. I am so damn hyped. Tickets are probably going up next week, so make sure you get them. Unless you don't want to see it. But why are you watching if you don't want to see Last Jedi? After the 10 out of 10s of Star Wars, Episode 4 and 5, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, it's pretty hard to live up to that hype and be better than Empire Strikes Back. And, well, it doesn't. It's not as good as Empire or A New Hope, but, it's kind of tough to do when you're a 10 out of 10 movie. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is not bad at all. It's actually still very good. It's a ton of damn fun. And it's actually, there's a lot of moments that I really love in this movie. And then there's some where I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm watching it. Okay. This movie is also directed by Richard Marquand. And stars, of course, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, the usual cast. Now, coming off of Empire, there's definitely a lot of questions. Well, is Harrison Ford going to live? He's frozen right now. And it just seems like the heroes from our last adventure aren't done. They're not succeeded in defeating the Empire. Darth Vader still reigns, and so does the Emperor. And well, now it's time for Luke to once and for all be that pure, amazing Jedi Knight that he knows he could be. And it's pretty damn good. Now, just like with the other two movies, I'm amazed at what they were able to do with this movie. This movie still looks incredible. I was watching it, I'm just like, wow. However, there are some parts that I feel actually look pretty damn dated. Specifically, a lot of the scenes on Endor. Yes, Endor, the planet that it's kind of mixed. I don't really care for like the Ewoks. Like the Ewoks are fine. They're there, but they're kind of also stalling, I feel like, the movie. Like at one point, C-3PO is talked like he's a god for these Ewoks, and it's kind of cool, kind of comical. But at the same time, I'm thinking, and I'm like, yeah, but every other part of this movie is like better, to be honest. Basically, yes, this movie isn't as dark as like Empire, because Empire, there's a lot of things that happen, a lot of emotional tension. While this one, not as much until you get towards like the end. There are still some nice reveals in this movie, like how Luke and Leia are brother and sister. That must have like blown people's minds before. Obviously now everyone knows that, so it's like not really mind blowing. But it's such a cool reveal. It's a very fascinating reveal, and then it's very cool to see Luke actually walk alongside Darth Vader and meet the Emperor. There's something about that that's just so interesting to me, and it's just so gripping. The tension is very, very great. You see the Emperor just speaking to Luke, and he's telling him stuff, and then Luke is like, no, listen, I'm gonna be a good guy. I'm going to be a good guy. In the very beginning of this movie, though, there's a long. It's like I think it was like 22 minutes until I think Luke is on the screen. That's a long goddamn wait. They're setting up this big thing with Jabba, which Jabba's, cool and all, and then they have, C-3PO. Basically, they're getting the normal gang to all get in that one place. And I think it's too long. I think they stretched it out for too long. This is a movie that probably could have been under 2 hours or 2 hours exactly. But I feel like a lot of these moments are stretched out really long. It's not like Empire or A New Hope, where I feel like it's always fast-paced. It's a slower-paced Star Wars, but not in really a good way. I feel like it definitely could have been done differently, or at least take out scenes. But man, is it cool to see Luke just be a badass. He walks down with his cloak and he's going throwing people around and shit. It's great. It's greatness. I love that scene. So yeah, I think that whole Jabba thing takes up way too much of the movie, because I think it's like the first half an hour, first 40 minutes or something. Like that's a long chunk of a movie right there. Like, whoa. And they keep stretching it out, and I think it could have been way shorter, to be honest. Again, it's not like it's bad, it just ruins the flow of the movie, especially compared to the other Star Wars. The other Star Wars, specifically A New Hope and Empire, they just flow really damn good. And also the future Force Awakens, which I'll be obviously talking about that. However, when it does get emotional, like between Vader and Luke, it is great. I love the emotion for on both sides, like because you see this very hardened leader get soft towards his son, and I love it. It's fantastic, and it shows that Darth Vader can maybe become good, and I love that. I love seeing how Darth Vader actually becomes goes to the good side at the very last second, which Kylo Ren doesn't know about. I think we all know that. And it's just interesting because only Luke knows that. Only Luke was there to witness Darth Vader coming on the good side. And it's so cool to see that. I love that. And one of my favorite moments in this movie is when Vader's getting burnt and Luke is just standing there. He's the only one there. And his face just tells it all. The emotion that Mark Hamill gives is fantastic, and it's just so touching. I absolutely love that scene. It's just I love it. That scene is just perfect. It just looks so good. Overall, the adventure is still a lot of fun. There's still some good humor. I find it so funny because Han Solo is telling C-3PO like these really quick commands. Like he'll be saying something, and C-3PO turns around and he's like, "Oh wait, but hold on, tell him this." And oh wait, and he's like, "Can you hurry up a bit? I don't got all day." I just love that little bicker between Han Solo and C-3PO. Just that one thing is so funny to me. I do think there's a lot more better things about Return of the Jedi than there are okay things about it. It's still a very fun movie, a very great one actually. It's one that has a lot of great emotion while also having some great reveals and just some all-around fun in the Star Wars universe. Overall, I'm going to give Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, a 8 out of 10. It is a great movie. I really do enjoy this movie a lot. Obviously, the characters are great. It's just it's a much slower, and the pacing's not as good. And Endor is kind of hit or miss for me at times, but the battle in Endor is still really good. I also don't think a lot of the visuals in Endor, like when they're riding past the woods, that does not look good anymore. It really doesn't. It just looks pretty damn dated to me. But other than that, it still is a great movie, and I think you should check it out. I think you should check out every Star Wars movie, but let me know in the comments down below. Did you like Return of the Jedi? Do you not? Do you? We're so close to Last Jedi, guys. Last Jedi is so damn close. Like I said, tickets probably go up next week. They're gonna be having like a double feature with Force Awakens and Last Jedi, which blows my mind. I cannot wait. Yeah, guys. Next month, I will actually be waiting a whole month, and I'm gonna be doing in November. I'll be doing Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and then December, The Last Jedi. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I'll see you guys next time.